Hello and welcome back. My name's Lemon and I'm making Patch Quest, a roguelike / Metroidvania game where you can mount and ride all of the enemies in the game, and this lets you use 3 of their animal-inspired skills. So this month I've been making one of the biggest changes to the game so far. I've replaced the Overworld with an entirely new map. So previously, Patch Quest had a randomized overworld, inspired by roguelike dungeons, which are regenerated every time you start a new run. However, over the years I've started to see that random levels have a big drawback. They're just not very memorable. This overworld map technically had a near infinite number of variations, and yet, looking at it, you can see it's actually very uniform. No single area of the map really stands out as looking unique. It all just blends together. On the other hand, let's compare it to some Metroidvania maps. Here you can clearly see structures in the levels, like dead ends, loop-arounds, towers and sewers and gardens and much more. And this really helps motivate the player. You really want to explore because you don't know what's hiding around the next corner. And so that was the inspiration for the new Patch Quest Overworld. This new map is fixed, and the pathways that connect and divide the game's various regions have all been individually placed by hand. So far, I've done the 4 inner regions, with the 8 outer regions still needing to be redesigned. So this is about a third of the final world map. Even so, this map is a little bit of a spoiler, so let's take a step back and embark on a fresh save file. The map starts out covered in fog, and after scanning the area surrounding your base camp, you'll notice this month's second big new change. 3 of the game's 4 embark directions have been sealed off by large stone doors, meaning that you can only embark to the jungle at first. If you want to unlock the other embark directions, which of course you do, then you'll need to open those doors somehow. So let's give it a try. Now, I want to be really clear about this. Patch Quest still has a lot of roguelike elements, and it still uses a random level generator. So when I'm talking about this new, fixed, non-randomized world map, I'm specifically talking about the island's broad geographic features. In other words, this map is fixed, but each room is still random. And that's how I'm blending the randomized levels found in roguelike games with the carefully designed worlds found in Metroidvanias. If we look back at our map, you can see that I've almost reached this question marker. So let's check it out. And what do you know, it's a big old crystal thingy. By giving this a good slap, we can turn it on. And so that's how you open up new embark directions. So on the next run, we can embark to either the jungle or the hills. I made the hills pretty easy to unlock, but the other 2 areas, the desert and the coast, are harder, and so they might need a couple of attempts to open, depending on your skill level. And these doors are not the only points of interest on the new map. I've also added sub-habitats, which are special pathways which have a unique appearance and modified generation rules. They're supposed to provide a little extra challenge to some parts of the world, and also just to help break up the regions into some more varied chunks. So when you're in this sandstorm area, you have reduced visibility. and this waterfall area is full of rushing currents and falling water. There is still work to be done on rebalancing some of these new areas, but for now, let's quickly check out this month's bonus feature. Your primary weapon, the Neutroblaster, has been changed once again, and this time it might just be finalized. So the blaster used to have an active reload feature, where pressing the reload button at exactly the right time would release a powerful blast of extra shots. I really liked this feature at first, but unfortunately it had 3 significant issues. First of all, nobody likes QuickTime events. But also, this mechanic made it hard to precisely time your burst shots, and this would make it hard to hit evasive enemies with it. And finally, seriously, no one likes QuickTime events. So I've made a subtle change to the blaster that's also a huge change. Your reload blast is now a charge blast. So as you shoot, your blaster builds up heat, and once it's fully heated up, it enters the new charged state. Now, when you release the shoot button, you'll fire your charge blast, and only then will the gun start reloading. So the big benefit of this change is that you can now hold your charge blast until the perfect moment. And this helps with hitting monsters that can teleport or turn invisible, or that just have a lot of armor. And in addition, I gave each of the 8 basic ammo types their own unique charge blast effects. So the rifle ammo fires a thin beam of shots with very long range, whereas the shotgun ammo fires an extra wide shotgun blast. And the splitting ammo fires a spiky ball that splits into a ring of smaller shots. And jumbo ammo fires this huge bowling ball boulder. Shout out to Zyres from the Discord server for that idea. Personally, I think this new blaster mechanic is both easier to use and a lot more fun than the old setup. So, I got a lot done this month, but there's still a couple more mechanics that need to be finalized. Specifically, I need to revamp the base building system, and I'll be giving special attention to your pet monsters. So I'll be adding a way to improve your bond with each of your pets, and that in turn will make your pets more useful while you're exploring. So the base building and the pet system will be the focus of January, and after that point, I'm pretty confident that the game's mechanics will all be finalized. And this means that I can finally focus on polish and content as the game moves closer to an early access release. I will be back soon with more videos, including a video on everyone's favourite swimming simulator, Subnautica. And don't forget, I live blog all Patch Quest development on the Discord server, so if you want to get daily development news, it's the place to be. You can find the links in the rectanguloid. That's all for now, and as always, thanks for watching.